present today, and I also want to give Teddy credit for that. Teddy, I don't even know. I couldn't even believe what I was hearing the other day. I think ESPN broke the news. I think they wrote a little article about yourself possibly getting back and training a former world champion. Can you clear that air, the rumor about that, Teddy?
What, with Ruiz?
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, it's nothing to report, really. I don't talk about things that really shouldn't be talked about because there's nothing of true substance or there. And I mean, they contacted me, and asked about the possibility of training with me. It's that's all it is. They would have to, they're good people. They would have to come to New York, and I'm not gonna commit to anybody until I know what their commitment is, and whether or not we can get along, whether or not we can be on the right page together.
Yeah.
It's for him to feel comfortable too, not just me. So it's there's nothing really to report other than at some point they're supposed to come to New York and we will talk. And we're talking in the proper way.
There you go.
In a way to see, for me to explain to him if there was a possibility of working together, and I don't know if there is.
Yeah.
I don't know that there is, but if there was, what it would take from my standpoint, from my side, what it would take for them to commit to, and they get a chance to see what it is that would be expected, and whether or not they would feel comfortable.
There you go.
So, but again, it's nothing at all other than getting a phone call and
See where it goes from there, basically.
yeah, I mean,
okay.
and appreciating that somebody thinks enough of you to give you a phone call, to have that kind of thought, to see if you could possibly get involved and help them.
Yeah, he had a tremendous year. He beat Joshua, the face of the heavyweight division at the time. Unfortunately, he lost. A lot of people say you're someone that doesn't tolerate nonsense. No bad habits. Do you feel like, if that does
It's
come?
not that bad habits. I'll correct the bad habits.
Okay.
I hope somebody correct the bad habits. But you got to have somebody who's willing to be helped. That's all. I don't. If I only wanted to work with perfect fighters, what is the accomplishment to that? What is the trick to anyone could take a fighter who's perfect and work with him? I mean, what is the task? What is the accomplishment to that? I mean, if people didn't need help, then then there would be everybody would be on top. The world doesn't work that way. Everybody has moments and trials and tribulations in their life where they need a little assistance. And so it's not a matter of saying, hey, you don't tolerate bad habits. No, you take bad habits and you make them into better habits.
Okay.
You correct them. But you need help. You need somebody that obviously is willing to listen and willing to open themselves up to that kind of help, to open themselves up to constructive criticism and be able to understand that. And again, him and his people have done wonderful things. They won a world title. They did wonderful things. Now it's just a matter of, where do you go from there? He got into a situation where it's not the first time that somebody has gotten into a situation where things got away from him, where I'm sure he didn't expect to get to the weight that he got to, but he did. And now, again, you don't forget what he did in the past. He did great things, and his trainer did great things. But now it's a matter of, all right, what do you do now? How do you get to the right place now? And that's something, again, that is open to talking about, discussion. But again, no commitment, nothing at all, other than we'll have a conversation.
There you go. We'll end it like this. Whatever happens, everybody, the fight fans are anticipating his return for 2020. There's discussion between him and Dillian Whyte. Supposedly the fight was offered to Reveres. Now it's turned down. Personally, for you, would you like that fight for him for his comeback fight after his
I
fight?
wouldn't talk about those things now because, like I said, that would
Okay.
be almost disrespectful to his people. We're not even at a place of, if you use a metaphor of baseball, we're not even at first base, and you're talking about rounding third and coming home.
All right. No, you make one. Okay.
We're not even at first. So, listen, that's up to his people. He's got good management people around him. For me, it would be a matter of making a decision whether or not I wanted to get involved, and whether or not they did. If we ever get to that.
Okay.
And then my task would be, moving forward in a positive way, not just with the weight, but something that can last with a mentality, that will give you longevity in that area, not just lose weight for one fight, but to be able to
Be
pick up
consistent.
that kind of lifestyle, and a reason why you want to embrace it. Why do I want to embrace it? Why is it important that I embrace it and that I think in this sort of way? And then, of course, there's technical things too, as far as, where do you go with the approach of the boxing?
Okay, thank you for your time, Teddy. I know it's getting cold. Thank you, Jared, again. Thank you, Teddy. Hope to see you in the gym. And thank you again, Teddy, for supporting the program.